I used to get these kids who would walk up to me in school because I lived in a mainly white area, and they'd go, "Oh my gosh, can I touch your hair? Like, your hair's so cool. You have an afro." And I would be like, these evil racist kids want to touch my hair, when it was just curiosity.
Right.
It was just them wanting to know somebody who's different and possibly create a friendship with me. But because I was looking for it, it's what I found. Guys, before we get into this clip, you can check out the full podcast with Cameron Hanes by going to his channel. It'll be linked in the description down below. Plus, if you want to be updated when I do things like this and when new episodes come out, plus when my vlog, A Day in the Life of Cameron Hanes, comes out, you can sign up for my email and newsletter by going to the link in the description, signing up with your email, and you'll get updates and personal info from me.
What is the answer, from your perspective, what is the answer to the race relations in this country right now?
Just stop talking about race.
How are we going to get rid of racism?
Stop talking about it.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, I mentioned that yesterday about it's like, oh, they're like keeping it out there.
Yep.
And I don't know who they are. I guess media.
Yeah, it's hard to decipher at this
But
point.
yeah. But so you think, I mean, I don't know. I'll be honest. I've lived here my whole life. Maybe this isn't the most like diverse place in the world.
Sure.
But I've never seen from my perspective racism or heard somebody actually like portray it how I guess the media or how people want to say it. I've never seen it here. This isn't the South. I get it. I'm sure there's places where it's terrible, but here I haven't. And it makes it seem like it's everywhere and there's injustice everywhere. But I don't think that's the case. I don't
think that either. And this is what I tell people all the time. You know, so long as the concept of race exists, racism is going to exist. Now, it exists in very small parts and in very small people and small-minded people. But yeah, it's going to exist. What the Black Lives Matter people tell you and all these people who are so race-obsessed, they are giving the proposition that this is systemic. It is baked into the country. It is quite literally everywhere, as you said. And it's not everywhere.
Right.
It's not. There's a few racist people, I'm sure, running around the United States of America. And you'll find them in other countries, too. You'll find them in India and Africa. And people who judge because they're simple-minded and they view patterns and they see something that falls outside of their pattern. But it's not as big of an issue as we're making it. And as soon as we stop viewing the world that way, take a breath for a moment and realize that that's not the issue that we're dealing with, how much better are you going to feel?
Yeah.
And I meet these students on college campuses, and when I go for Q&A, it gets a little bit irritating in that I know what the questions are going to be. It's all these students who are trying to convince me that systemic racism exists and give me all these examples. And I just in my head, I'm just looking at them and thinking, why do you want it to be true so badly?
Right.
You truly want this to be in existence.
What does that give them cause?
Yes.
Is that why they want it to be?
Yes.
Because then, like, okay, now I have my purpose. My life has purpose. I can fight this thing.
100%.
I mean, I think you get that because that's kind of where you were, right? You're being an activist was your purpose.
Yep.
Right. So I guess you can understand where they're coming from, but yeah, I mean, as they say, what you seek, you will find.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when the kids, they used to play slug bug, right? So that's you drive around, you see a Volkswagen Bug or a Volkswagen van. A Volkswagen Bug is a slug bug. A van is a quadruple slug bug. But when you're looking for them, you see them all the time.
Yeah.
Right? I don't even remember the last time I saw one because the kids haven't been playing this game. But the point is, whatever you're looking for, you will find. So if you're looking for racism, you will see something like, oh, did you notice that? And it's like, I don't know, was it really there or are you just looking for something?
100%. I used to get these kids who would walk up to me in school because I lived in a mainly white area, and they'd go, "Oh my gosh, can I touch your hair? Like, your hair's so cool. You have an afro." And I would be like, these evil racist kids want to touch my hair, when it was just curiosity.
Right.
It was just them wanting to know somebody who's different and possibly create a friendship with me. But because I was looking for it, it's what I found.
Right.
That's what everybody, we all need an enemy. I think, like, throughout human history, humans have had something to fight against and something that they've constantly been pushing against. Now we're sort of in this hyper comfortable period in time where we don't really have an enemy to engage with all that much, except ourselves, and then creating these fake divides.
Right. And, you know, I do think that life is so good here in the United States, maybe not other countries. I know we have it, you know, as good as anybody could, but I think that we have it so good, people can focus on stupid shit. Yep. And I'm not saying racism is stupid. I'm just saying that people get distracted creating issues.
100%.
You know, I think the word drama queen has been thrown around, you know, in different ways, but it's almost like that for everybody. Or not everybody, but some people, they want the drama. They want something to be worked up about. And it's because life is so good. We have it so, you know, easy, so to speak, that they have time. They have time and energy to waste.
Yeah. And in the meantime, we're just being suffocated by comfort. It's just wild. And all these elites, or whoever they are, as we referred to them earlier, they're just taking in all this power that's created in the divide and in the comfort.